Hey guys, you know what I've come to see as one of the most absurd things in the world? I mean, it's really comical and I laugh at it sometimes, but it's also sad because people believe it so strongly that wars have been fought over it. And that's Christian doctrine. And I want to tell you about one Christian doctrine. This may be the most crazy one out there yet, but it's called the filioque. And you think, what the heck is that? Well, it was so big that this literally is the straw that broke the camel's back between the Church of Rome and the Eastern Orthodox Church. And they said, that's it. And they both excommunicated each other. They said, you're the false church, we're excommunicating you to hell. And they'll say, no, we're the real church, we're excommunicating you to hell, which is kind of comical when you think about church leaders behaving like 2-year-olds. But anyway, the filioque, what it is, in the year 325, the Roman Emperor Constantine the Great called the group of bishops together, about 318, and over a period of a couple months at his palace, they hammered out the Nicene Creed, which is basically the official state-sanctioned story of Jesus that Christianity rests on. And it talks about God the Father, and God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit, and about the great Catholic Church. And it says in there that the Son proceeded from the Father, was begotten or born before all ages, and then the Holy Spirit also proceeded from the Father. And everybody signed off on this and said, yep, that's exactly the way it happened. We know for certain, which I don't know how in the heck they knew that Jesus was born of the Father before all ages unless they had a time machine to go back before all ages, but that's for another video. So anyway, 5 years after the Council of Nicaea, Constantine decides to move his headquarters from Rome to Byzantine in Turkey. And he renames the city Constantinople, which means the city of Constantine, so he named the city after himself. So you can see that presidents and kings and monarchs have been naming cities and stuff after him for a long, long time. Well, the people all say, oh, you're so wonderful to us. So anyway, he moves the city there to, and what happened was like half of the church went with Constantine. And this kind of split into East and West because the Western church said, now, we're really the real church. We're the head over you. And they said, oh, no, because we have Constantine in the East, and so we are over you. Well, this split got wider and wider over 1,000 years until finally the Western Church, they put the filioque in the Nicene Creed. And what the filioque is, it says that the Holy Spirit came forth from the Father and the Son. So filioque means and the Son. So they added that in there. Well, that didn't go over well with the West or the Eastern Church. So they split. The Great Schism. Now, I would like to ask, how did these men in funny hats and robes, how did they know that the Holy Spirit proceeded from the Father or from the Father and the Son? Or how did they know any of that? I think they made it up. They didn't know it, but they decided on it. And even a more important question, why is it important for us to believe the doctrines like the filioque or not believe the filioque? Well, the only reason I can come up with is because if we all believe the same doctrines, a hierarchy of priests that's usually in bed with political leaders, they can control the minds of the masses. Well, the masses think, oh, you're so wonderful, you're teaching us how to find God. Well, I just wonder why we don't just follow the teachings of Jesus. Because I don't think he was interested in us believing any doctrines, but he was very interested in how did we treat our neighbor. Did we treat him as we would want to be treated? Did we show compassion? Did we forgive? Did we judge people, or did we show them mercy? And I think that's what we're going to be judged on, not whether we believe in the filioque way or don't believe in the filioque way or any of the other crazy doctrines that can't be proven. So that's my 2 cents for today. I'll get off my soapbox. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. And I pray you have a great day.